Hey, morning everybody. This is Mindset Monday, and I am coming to you from Boston. I've been visiting my family this weekend for Easter and for the marathon. Today's the Boston Marathon. And the Boston Marathon got me really thinking about this, and I've had a couple conversations that also kind of led to this discussion. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts afterwards. But a lot of people think when they look at the marathon that they're not capable of running a marathon. It's 26.2 miles, and I know that a lot more people have been into it over the years. Like, since I was in college, I think it's become a lot more popular to start running marathons. But there's a lot of people out there who simply do not believe that they can run a marathon. Click yes, type in yes and put it into the comments if you're one of those people. Um, I used to be of the belief that I could not run a marathon. I used to be like, absolutely not. There's just no way. I'm not healthy enough to do that. I don't think my body can last that many miles. I'll get dehydrated. I'll get sick, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing, all of that is an excuse. All of that is an excuse for me to say that I can't do something. And really what it was coming down to is I wasn't that into it and I was kind of terrified of it anyway. But I was a little bit curious because a lot of my friends were doing it and I was like, I'd want to be able to do the things that my friends are doing, right? Um, so years later, after saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, I actually began running. And I began running just for health reasons. And I wanted to just run 3 miles. But then 3 miles went to 4 miles. And then 4 miles went to 5 miles. And like eventually I was running 10-mile races. Um, and it was it was an amazing opportunity to see what was possible for me in a way that I don't think I would have allowed myself to earlier in my life. And what came out of all of that is after running a couple races, long distance races, I couldn't walk. Um, Something had happened to my foot. I knew it was hurting, but I wasn't paying enough attention to it. And after two of them, I couldn't walk. Two of them in like the same month. And I now am not allowed by my podiatrist to run. So I guess my 26.2 mile race is never going to happen. But that's not to say that it's not possible. Like, what I realized is I didn't even think I could run 3 miles, and I was able to do that. And then I got curious about running 4 miles. And so what it came down to was you don't know what's possible for yourself until you're willing to try and see what happens. And the same goes for I had a conversation with somebody about Eat, Pray, Love, the movie and the book, Elizabeth Gilbert's book, and talking about what she created for herself, her ability to make the choice to spend a year taking care of herself because she was in such a place that she just couldn't handle anything else in her life besides figuring out what's going on for her. And the person said, well, she shows that she makes it sound like other people can do it, and I just don't think that lots of other people can. Well, I can understand how you can come from that mentality, but like, let's be honest here. The real possibility for you is seeing what is possible. Maybe it's not a year-long hiatus of your life. Maybe it's a 6 month hiatus. Maybe it's a 3 month hiatus. Maybe it's finding a way to telecommute while working, while living abroad. There are so many possibilities. It doesn't have to be the same way that Elizabeth Gilbert did it. It doesn't have to be a 26.2 mile race. For me, it was a 10 mile race that showed me what's possible for me and that I can do so much more than what my fearful mind has set out. And so I invite you to look at what's possible for you in your career. Um, and one of the biggest things that I notice is that people don't experience lots of joy right now in their career, and they think it's not possible to experience joy in your career. And I get that. I understand that. I've been in that place where I've really hated a full-time job, and I'm like dragging my feet every single day into the office. I'm like, this is just the worst. The only way for this to get better is for me to leave this job. And that is one possibility, but there are many other possibilities of finding joy in your career. And there are many possibilities for climbing the career ladder. There are many possibilities of finding a way to make a higher salary. There's just so much to open up in perspective when we just allow ourselves to get curious. And the first curiosity I invite you to take is this live event that I'm going to be doing in mid-May on May 12th, Friday, May 12th. I'm going to give you more information in the coming weeks, but I do want to put that out on your radar right now because it's going to be a live event about finding joy in your career, even while in the career that you think that you just absolutely despise. Because I've been there and I know what that's like, and I was able to find joy and levels of neutrality as well as joy in my career while staying in it at that time. And I think it could be just such a powerful way to move forward in your job search because when you feel joy or at least neutrality, you're coming from a place where you're not desperate to make a move in your career and you can find a new career that is meaningful to you. But while you are in a place of desperation, your mind's only on, I gotta get out, I gotta get out, I gotta get out. It can be anything but this, right? But what you really want to do is find a career of your dreams. And to do that, it's a lot easier to do it from a place of joy or neutrality in your current job. So that's why we're gonna have this event. It's going to be May 12th. It'll probably be right in the middle of the day. I haven't set out all the details yet with my assistant, but I will get those back to you, and I hope that you join me then. And I can't wait to see what you create with this Mindset Monday practice. Share with me in the comments. Send me messages privately if that's your preference. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.